Hey gang, this is Anthony from Syracuse Martial Arts and the Gathering of Sabers. I want to do a quick message. This is super important. Ever since I got involved in the lightsaber dueling community, I've seen some pretty interesting things. Now, I've been doing martial arts since I was 9 years old, 1979. I've been around the block a few times, and I've done literally thousands of rounds of sparring. And what I hear a lot in the lightsaber community is that they don't like to wear a lot of protection, that they just touch lightly, and they don't need to wear eye protection or proper fencing mask or proper gloves and so on. And I find this very unwise, very foolish. When you're sparring empty hand, the bare minimum is a pair of boxing gloves and a helmet, right? And a mouth guard, and that's with bare hands. Now, when you're training with weapons, whether it be sticks or, in our case, the polycarbonate heavy grade blades of lightsabers, weapons are a force multiplier. What does that mean? You're going to generate much more power with less effort using a weapon than you will with your bare hands. Okay, so when people say to me, oh, well, we use skill and technique as a safety measure, I just shake my head. Now, let me show you a few things, some things that are not acceptable. This is an Airsoft mask. This is great for cosplay and it's great for airsoft, but it is completely unacceptable for any kind of real weapon sparring, okay? Whether this is made out of plastic or metal or what, this is not good. Of course, I've never seen an airsoft mask like this made 100% out of metal, okay? The eye protection is a wire mesh. It's very thin, and it is not the same wire mesh that you'd see in a fencing mask, okay? So you don't want to spar with something like this. You're taking your own life in your own hands, okay? Next, these are Airsoft gloves. Great for airsoft, not for sparring. I use these and that Airsoft mask for cosplay. That's it. They are part of a costume. I'm not going to spar with these. That's dangerous. There's very little protection. You get smacked with a lightsaber, you could break a knuckle. And I'm speaking from experience here. I actually have a cracked knuckle. Well, it's not cracked anymore, but when I was younger, I had a cracked knuckle because I was goofing around and I got hit by accident, and yeah, I was in trouble, okay? Now, what is acceptable? Oh, I gotta reach down here and grab it because I'm only using one hand today. This is a full-on fencing mask, okay? They're not expensive. Yes, they're bigger. Yes, they're heavier. But this is hardcore, big-time metal wire mesh here. This is what you want to be sparring with when you do any kind of weapon sparring, whether it's stick fighting or what have you. For example, the Dog Brothers, they wear the least amount of protection of all the stick fighting groups out there, and they still wear these. Dog Brothers won't allow airsoft masks in their, matchups, okay? So you want to get something like this, all right? Now, I don't have my gloves with me, right? They're at the school right now. But as far as hand protection, hockey gloves are good. I prefer lacrosse gloves. You want to make sure that you protect yourself. You can get elbow pads, elbow armor, chest armor, things like that. That's up to you. But at the very bare minimum, you want to make sure that your hands and that your face is protected. Because let's face it, I don't care how skilled you are. And I've been in the game long enough to know that no matter how skilled you are, accidents happen. Okay? What if the person you're sparring with is not as skilled? What if they don't have control and they hit you hard, and next thing you know, you've cracked your head open and you have to get stitches? Or they thrust just at the same time you're ducking and that thrust went right to your eye. Lightsaber blade is about this round. Yeah, that'll take your eye out, and wearing goggles, I don't think wearing goggles is enough. Okay, so please be smart, wear protection. Now, there's some clubs out there like Ludosport. I think Ludosport is great. In fact, Ludosport is the whole reason why I got into lightsaber dueling, but I never liked their lack of safety equipment. Okay, and that's why I'm not involved with Ludosport. There's the other ones out in Singapore. I think they're called Saber Authority, and they don't wear any protection at all. I think maybe they wear like little padded gloves. But in their competition, there is absolutely no contact with any part of the body. You're only allowed to hit the hand. To me, that's not real lightsaber dueling. All right. For the kind of dueling that we do and that most lightsaber clubs do, with body contact and things like that, you're going to want to protect yourself. So again, I'm going to say it for the millionth time. Get the proper gear. Otherwise, you may regret it. See ya.